August 27th, 1944. My dear Rossi, this Sunday it has been such a lonesome day at number 4 Abbott. I cooked a big dinner as usual, but there's no one to eat it with except Howard. The Hughes called with their car early this afternoon and took Phyllis for a drive to Huttonville. I would have liked to go. Marion wasn't feeling very well, so we have put in a long day. Phyllis just got back a while ago and brought the Brampton paper with your letter to the Sons of England printed in it. That was really a masterpiece, Buzz. It was very interesting, and I'm sure they would appreciate it. I'm going to send $2 or $3 for their cigarette fund on payday. Mabel thinks you should write editorials for the newspaper after the war. Mr. Harris said you would make good. Phyllis says Kate is coming down tomorrow night to stay a day or two, and I will be glad of it, as she and I get lonesome to have a grand talk. She thinks about you and Murray like I do, and it's in the uppermost of her thoughts. Last night, she said she couldn't sleep. She lay awake making up prayers and hoping if she could get them to rhyme. She thought you would be safe. She said, luckily, each line rhymed. Yesterday, Saturday, I took Howard to the Imperial show, and I rather enjoyed it myself. The picture was called Double Intermity, but as Howard said, they both get shot in the end. Lionel and Evelyn were down Saturday night, and it was their first wedding anniversary. They were celebrating. He bought her a locket, and they seemed quite happy, but she was mad because he was going fishing next morning and wouldn't stay overnight. She says he goes fishing every Sunday and leaves her alone all day, and then she cannot get out while he is away. Lionel has turned into a great worker and never misses a day. Mel called in yesterday, and it was kind of good to see his old face again. He has returned and has rented a flat and lives there with his mother and his brother Oki, who is just loafing around. He knew Grant well and says he is a wild character according to his friends and spends most of his time in the clink. Turns out he has a wife at the WS, too. He must be a devil. Phyllis still draws her allowance every month, but will get a divorce when the war is over. She is talking of joining the Wrens again and is getting ready to enlist at the end of the week. They say they need cooks in the Navy now, but I'm afraid old Phil won't qualify for that job. Those were lovely snaps you got, Ross. We had them printed and enlarged. I'm thinking of sending one where you're dotting your underwear to Lush & Co. I will call it Somewhere in France. I put on my glasses to look at them over and over again. You look so nice, and you are so young to be away at such a rough time. Tell me more, dear. Is it really dangerous where you are? I remember how you like collecting things, so be careful, son. Wasn't there an accident where Allied planes bombed the Canadians in error? Marion got a letter from Steve yesterday. He sleeps in mosquito netting. The bugs are so bad he got leave but had nowhere to go, so he went back to the mountains and crawled into his mosquito netting. We had mail from Dad and Murray this week too. I hear on the radio that there are robot planes descending. And that's where the letter ends. The rest of it is lost to time.